Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. Viewers, we are continuing our conversation this morning with Assemblyman Pollard. And now we are going to get into some discussions about what's been happening or what will be happening within his electoral district of Mason Hall, Mariah. So, of course, you have something planned special for this weekend that involves river and it involves lime. Tell us about that.
Well, before we get to the river lime, I'm only the facilitator as the area representative. My constituency will come and ask and I will support financially. But tomorrow night at the hard courts opposite the high school, we have the four-side knockout for the young men in the community. We have so far 12 teams, hoping that we are registering teams even up to tomorrow night. So just to bring the community out, have some economic activities, those who have their popcorn, whatever they have for sale, so they could come out and bring the community together. So that is scheduled for tomorrow from 6 p.m. till on the hard courts at Mason Hall. And then Monday we go to the first ever river lime in Mason Hall.
All right, so let's get into this. So because there's something special about that river.
Yes.
Tell us.
Well, we have historical sites there as the water wheel that was there since in the 16th century. And,
And is it one of the oldest water wheels?
It was one of the oldest water wheels. And so constituents decided that they wanted to do something. So we cleaned it up. And then we're hoping that we have put benches there. We're hoping to put some lights there between today and Sunday, some solar lights so that persons could hang out there Monday. But Monday is going to be epic.
Mm-hmm. What's the plan? Tell us about that plan.
The plan is that the people bring their family out. We come and have a day of fun. We have a DJ. We have different foods. We have curry duck, curry chicken, pork, goat. We have planning about barbecuing fish. We have roast pig will be available, bus up shot. Anything that you think about. Crayfish and
I was just about to say, because you can't have a river line without crayfish.
Yeah. So some of the guys from the Mason Hall Land Hand Crew, because we have a group that goes out and assist persons in their home, so we call ourselves the Land Hand Crew. And they went all probably last week and early this week. They're going tonight, I think, to catch more crayfish. So we have a crayfish broth, we have crab and dumpling, we have the whole 9 yards. We have the whole works. So you tend to bring the community out from Mason Hall, and all who are interested to come and spend a day at the river with us. We'll provide portable toilets. We have everything that needed to our persons. Tents and chairs for the senior citizens who want to just sit and just come and intermingle with the young folks. Because Kandace, I live like, my home is like about 5 minutes from the river, which about 40 years now I haven't been to the river. Wow. Since I came back from studying, I've never been to the river. So it's really exciting. It brings a lot of excitement to the constituents, and a lot of people is talking about it. So we're hoping that persons would come out in their numbers and come and have a day of fun.
What special significance does that river have for you?
Well, this is where we had to go wash our clothes when with our moms, and that we would go there and bathe. If there's no water in the pipe in the 70s, you go there and you bathe before you go to school or over the weekend. So, and that's where I first learned to swim, because my dad would take me and throw you into these big ponds, and then he will dive in after. So.
And because you don't have a beach.
Yeah, and because, yes, we have had enough fun, laughter in the last 60-something years of people talking about Mason Hall not having sea. So we are embracing that we have a river, and that's what we are doing right now. We're embracing what God blessed us with.
And the one village that has a lot of abundant rivers.
Yes. Most of the main rivers pass through Mason Hall. So we are embracing what we have, as I said, and we hope that persons come out and have clean fun. I've informed the Mariah Police Station and other police officers so they could come by and make sure that the peace is maintained and stuff like that. And persons from all over. We have residents from Trinidad who grew up in Mason Hall, coming up probably Saturday on the boat to come, because they said they haven't been to the river. So we hope that the community comes out and just have a day of fun.
And then tell me a little bit about some of the plans that you have for that area itself, because as you mentioned, you have things like the water wheel and some ruins and relics that are within the area. What's the plan for getting that established as a historical site?
Well, we had meeting with the Archaeological Society, and what we learned from them, Miss Blades, is that there are two Amerindian sites, one in Mason Hall and one in Mariah, because it was thought that Amerindians only settled on the sea coast of Tobago. But there are two sites that she says, the one in Sand River in Mason and one in Mariah. There are also two waterfall in Coffee River. That's at Gate Road in Mariah. So we're hoping that these could be opened up, because last 2 weeks we had the first trek from one of the cruise ship Explorer, where we had 20 tourists, high-end tourists, decided to choose to go Highland Waterfall instead of Argyle. and they gave it great review. It was a nice trek. They enjoyed it. So we're hoping that these places could be open, because most people think that the north side starts at Castara, and we intend to change that. The whole north side is beautiful, so we want it open up, because once we have these trails cut and marked and persons could go visit, these places that tourists could be another tourist stop for persons coming up to visit our shores.
And for a long time, like as you mentioned, the water wheel and things like that, for a long time Tobago just thought that we only had 2 water wheels, the one in Space and the one in Anna's Vale.
Yeah.
But the truth is, like, over the past few years, it's been coming out more and more in the public.
Yes.
How many of these things that exist within the spaces that were never publicized before?
Well, there are lots, because remember we were mainly a sugar industry island in those times. So some of them I understand are in Mount St. George and Goodwood Way in the forest, and they're still in pristine condition, just they need to clean up. And I was surprised what the guys did to the one down at Alma River in Mason Hall, how they cleaned it up. I mean, there are some parts that someone tried to cut off to sell for scrap iron and stuff like that, but they don't know the history, they don't know the value of these things. And there's a sign out there that gives you the history of the nutmeg factory, that water wheel that was there. So we're hoping that
Mason Hall used to produce nutmeg.
Yes, and that was the name of the estate, and the sugar to make a lot of sugar, molasses and stuff, things like that. So we're hoping that we could get tourists visit these places, like Mr. Woody Hall. He usually is a tour guide, and he will he took the tourists to Highland Waterfall. So we're hoping that they could make many other stops in Mason Hall, Mariah, like to these 2 new waterfalls that we discovered down in Coffee River, and even the Amarindian sites, even King Peter Bay, where you could get Big Bay and Cotton Bay, 2 of the best bays on that side of the island. So we're hoping that we could open up the north side, so we could have much more visitors to our end of the island.
Is there a plan in place, or is there an idea at all to, let's say, make a experience linking all these sites, the rivers, the historical places, and making just a day out of it, a trip out of it, that we can market to our visitors?
Well, that will go with greater collaboration with the Archaeological Society, probably my colleague, Secretary Boris, through tourism, and we could probably gather something. But like I said, the Rural Development Unit, I'm just a facilitator. So just to get the thing kick off, I'm there to finance it, so that it becomes a talking point, and then I'll let the persons with the necessary desire and experience take the baton and run with it.
And then, as you mentioned, a lot of the people in the community, a lot of the young fellas in the community are a part of the river line and preparing and so on. What do they think in terms of, bringing some life to these historical places?
Well, they're very enthused about it, because they're the one who brought the idea to me, because when they brought it to just like meet me by the river, and I went down there and I saw them, and they were there with their brush cutters, their cutters, and they are really excited about it. And it's good to see that young men have this kind of excitement. I just have to taper it, because like I said, they wanted to have that Juve procession on Monday morning. I had to tell them, no, it's not going to be like that. Have families come up. But it is good to see that they are interested, and the word on the ground is that a lot of people are interested. And it's going to be free food, free drinks. We thought of doing it as a fundraising venture, because there's a constituent who doesn't have a place to call home, that we were thinking of raising some funds to help start constructing a home. But I told them, let's just do this one as the initiation, and then we probably do one on Indian Arrival Day, where we could probably sell the food. We can't sell alcohol because we don't have the license, but we could provide drinks and we sell the food, just to raise the money to get something started to help construct a home.
And how important is, just fostering that river lime culture to the culture of Mason Hall and Mariah?
Yes, that is it, because like I said, God has blessed us with river. And that is what we need. We need to embrace what we have. And there's so much great experience you could have. Although some of the rivers now, the water flow is not as heavy as it used to nowadays. And these rivers need to be desilted. So beside that, we could make an experience out of anything. Because some of the things that you go in foreign and other countries to see, and we have some of it here, or even much better. We just have to open and explore.
And one thing about rivers in Tobago is how clean they are.
Yes.
The water is always so clear, unless there's rain. But unless there's rain, but if it's on a good day, there's no rain, the water is so clear, so refreshing.
Yes.
Especially when the sun is hot.
So even the guys and them in the community, they have been ingenuitive in that the water flow is not that heavy. So what they did, they took some of the feed bags and fill them with sand and block off like a pond, so the kids and them could go in there on Monday if they wish to. Because we don't have any lifeguards or anything like that, so it's going to be shallow pond, so the kids could get the experience of river. Because I'm certain there are kids in Mason who have never been to the river. So we're hoping to create that kind of atmosphere, that kind of environment.
And of course, you were telling me earlier when we were on break that how you learned to swim was in the river.
Yes, 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 yes. We used to go to the beach probably once a month if my dad had time to take us. So the river was just behind us, so we'd go to the river. My dad would throw you in the pond as a little baby, and then you dive in behind you. And after that, you get accustomed to the river. There, you're running away to go to the river. You get a lot of licking when you get back home. But it's really an experience, and we hope that the young people that could embrace it and have that kind of bring back that kind of life. Because up to this morning, I was saying I wanted to do like have football in the streets, win ball cricket in the streets. Because my football career started at 7 in front of my father's house on the street. The car coming, you had to run and move the goal post or the wicket and bring back some of the old time days into the community so the young people then could appreciate where they are now. That we didn't have any football stadium with lights in those days. So we learned everything right on the streets, spinning up the top, pitching up marbles, everything like that right on the street. So these are things that the young people could be exposed to so that they could appreciate where they are today.
And cricket on the road, football on the road,
Yes.
that was so much a part
Yes.
of our culture.
Yes,
long
it brings
ago.
it brought the
Yes.
community together because everybody was looking forward to that
Throughout the
Sunday morning.
country,
Also,
yes.
yes. So it's something I was thinking this morning that I want to implement. Probably we go on the football field over there is a wide area that has asphalted, and we could have that on probably Sunday morning after persons come back from church or stuff like that, just to bring the community out together.
All right, great. Well, a lot of good things happening. And just to remind people about that River Lime, when, where, how can they be there?
Well, it's in Easterfield Road, Alma River. There will be signs posted, so persons who are not familiar with the area will know when they reach Alma Guest House that you take the road going down on the left. So signs will be posted so they could come and join us there. But beside that, Kandace, we also have my football league starting next Saturday.
Yes.
And we have to cut short because we have to accommodate the Moral League to start because the Tobago Football League have gone for a protracted length of time. So we have 10 teams so far. We want to stop at that because we have a number of persons still inquiring to come and be part, but we want to continue keeping our league, to keep the community together, have some economic activities, and at least have the young people come out and have some fun.
So go to the football.
Saturday night, River Lime on Monday, starting from 1, or you could get there before. And then on Saturday, 5th of April, the Area Representative Football League.
Great. All right, so a lot of good things to look forward to if you are in the electoral district of Mason Hall, Mariah.
Please stop by.
Yes. And is it open to anybody else as well?
Anyone. It's like I said, it's free food and free drinks. Anyone could stop by.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Pollard, for being on with us and sharing with us some of the developments that are happening in the area and in the housing department as well. So thank you again. And viewers, yes, we're getting ready for a long weekend. It's an exciting time. No matter what you do, please remember to be safe and take care of yourself so that we don't have any bad news to report. We only just want to report that you had fun. So please take care of yourself. Be vigilant when you're out there. Don't drink and drive. And we'll see you again next week.
Thanks a favor to wake up and hear me neighbor. 60,000 people strong.